Hello, hello, friends. Anna Zagiri here. Just a basic girl with a little extra is Basic Thursday Talk. I said that right. Thank you so much for being here. If you are joining us live or you're watching the replays, welcome. I am glad you're here. I have a visitor here, Plunder. Hola. Thank you so much for being here. Jack, thank you so much for being here, sweet boy. We love you. Um, so this is going to be a great stream today. I am super excited. Marcus, friend, thank you so much for being here. I hope you're feeling better. You're such a trooper. I really appreciate you being here. Um, and so it's the new month, September. I don't know where the days are going. They're going super fast. I'm super excited. I am glad that the Astros are winning. I'm wearing my super shirt um, because I'm excited about all the things that are coming in the next couple months. But as if you have tracked with me for a couple of weeks and months, you know that I change the topic every month. And this month, we are going to explore a very um, exquisite word in Hebrew. The word is avoda. Yeah, just like that. I should put it in the banner. I'll type it in for you. Avoda means to have a seamless life of work, service, and worship unto the Lord. I love and I'm fascinating as I've been studying this word because I think I even have said it, not I just heard it, but sometimes we say, well, I'm gonna keep my faith over here and then my job over here. And I don't mix both together. And that's not what God says. This word was first said by the Lord in Genesis, where he gives Adam, the he's telling him he's going to have to work the rest of his life. But work, it has to be also a form of worship because we're giving our best, and not just because we want to make money, but because we want to be of service using our gifts and talents and doing a form of worship to the Lord. So I want to expand all on this word, and I'm going to have amazing guests. And I'm going to start with the first one that I just adore. And I'm just going to bring her in and let her introduce herself because who better than her than tell us who she is. So, welcome, Kristi Dawn. Thank you so
Hi.
much for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. Kristi, would you tell us a little bit about you, what you do, what's your superpower?
Okay, I'm Kristi Dawn, and I am the owner of Southern Charm, and that is it has many facets. So I do home staging, I do work with contractors for new builds, I do decorating, events, you name it, I have probably made it pretty at some point.
Yes.
I also work at a private school, and so I merge those two loves together. And I'm busy with ministry work and volunteer, and so all the things.
Yes. You are superwoman because you do all kinds of things. So, uh, yeah, I that's why you're here because we want to know about all the things that you do. But let me just say hi to our friends that are joining in. Cheryl, thank you so much, friend, for being here. And who else is joining us? Marcus. Marcus is saying hi, Kristi.
Oh, hey, Marcus.
And Daniel, hi Daniel, thank you for being here.
Oh, hey.
Yes, it's a party in the chat. Yes, and thank you. Because it's a party, I got something for the party, Marcus. You just remind me of that. Let me do this and now this. Yay!
Fun.
We got confetti and we don't even have to clean it. So that's a great thing. So, Kristi, and talking about what you do, and what does that have to do with the word that I just shared, the avoda work? Um, I've I've seen you, you know, doing all the things that you do. You have an amazing talent to decorate and just do everything pretty. uh, but you're also very vocal with your faith,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
When you started as an entrepreneur and starting this business that is expanding, and a little bit before we started the stream you were telling me that you're so busy, like you don't want to commit to anything else because this is taking off. And how do you uh, merge those two?
Well, it is it's a struggle for sure it's a daily struggle, but I've had to be very intentional and prayerful about it. There's been times where I've overloaded my schedule. Of course, I think we all fall into this trap where we maybe don't put the Lord first, or our family, or the things that are really important. So I've learned over the last few years of having two jobs and still wanting to do ministry work and be a mom and all of those things, that I've had to just really pray about those extra jobs. At one point, I was like, I'm starting my business and I want to say yes to everything. And I did that probably for just a couple months. And the Lord just reminded me that you can't, right? Like we have to be, we can't do everything as well as He calls us to do it. And so I've just had to really learn to say no, which is a very hard thing for
Mhm.
me. It's not comfortable. But when I step out in faith and do that, I've seen Him reward me in the jobs that I do say yes to. And so I just really, it's a daily conscious effort that I have to
Right.
get up and say what I have to be intentional every single day.
Yes. So with that, let me ask you something. If there was a place that they were calling you to decorate or redo, but didn't align with your values, would you still do it if it was a good pay? But like, how far is the compromise of your faith and your values in doing the work that you do?
Right. I don't know that I would say that I would compromise my faith, but I can tell you that I've been put in positions to either decorate for someone or an event that maybe I would not normally attend, or, maybe be best friends with that type of person. But I try to look at it as, maybe I'm there for more than
Mm.
decorating. And so
Oh.
I really pray over that situation. I pray over every space that I touch. I pray that the Lord uses, opens the door because of the gifts He's given me.
Mm.
But maybe I don't want to close myself or my gifts and talents off to someone that maybe I'm not aligned with exactly, because that I think is closing the door to the Lord, right? Like maybe He's using me to
Yes.
show a separate light to them that doesn't come in the form of decoration. So,
Right. I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that because I do hear people in business that, you know, I understand the power of our faith and not trying to um cross that bridge. But what if the Lord is using you, like you just said, to bring the light into the darkness? So
right,
that is a fantastic way for me to understand and put it that way, because um, it's a voda. You're worshiping, you're servicing, and you're giving it to the Lord, like releasing it. And
right,
I also think that because we are in alignment with our faith, we're going protected in places that we don't normally go. I think about the Samaritan woman,
Mhm.
right? Like
Exactly.
Jesus didn't supposed to go there. He didn't supposed to talk to
Mhm.
her. He didn't supposed to have a conversation with her, and he did. So yeah, I totally appreciate that you're saying that. And so in starting your business, what challenges do you think were the biggest one? Talking as an entrepreneur, like how am I going to do this, or what was it you
Yeah.
had the idea and
Yeah, I think I have a couple of challenges. The first one was just bravery, I guess, right? Like I've decorated my entire life. I remember, oh my gosh, probably elementary school. My parents would come home and the furniture would be rearranged or things would be, So and then even into college, I would decorate all my friends' apartments and dorms, and so I've done it as long as I can remember. But there's just something about your name is on it and you're charging people money and you're responsible for all the things, right? Like I'm
Mhm.
not a great business person. I don't like all of that part. And so I should have done it a long time ago. And it's just that stepping out in faith. And
Mm.
so that I was really scared of. The other thing was, just just the idea of failure, right? Like,
Mm.
and turning a passion into a job. Will I love it as much? Will I want to do it? Will it
Yeah.
become a job and not fun? And so I think the enemy probably used all of those things for a really long time. Confidence, just a ton of different things. I didn't go to school, right, for
Yeah.
that. My degree's
Yeah.
in something completely different. And so I think he just finds any little avenue to hold us back from our
Right.
potential. And so I just finally did it. And I would just say to anybody, just do it. Like it's
Yes.
the other thing I was not prepared for is how well it would take off. And so I thought,
Yeah.
oh, I'll launch this little business and do a room here or stage a house there. And I can't even tell you, God has blessed me.
Yeah.
I don't have, I say no a lot just because I can't do it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna mention. Like I've seen very, very little marketing on you.
I'm
And
not
I
marketing at all.
right, like I think I just see your post on Facebook and that's it. And
Usually of
it's
my completed jobs, right?
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my gosh. And like, first of all, when do you have the time to do all that?
Yeah.
And excuse me, it's just beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
It's like the fish, right? Like I don't know how he multiplies my time, but people will ask me that really. I mean, almost on a daily basis. Like, how do you work 8 hours at a desk job, and then you're posting all these events or things you finished on the weekends, and then even other stuff? And I'm like, I can't describe it. I sleep very little, but but really I think he just does that. Like he just multiplies our time when we're intentional and putting him first and just fulfilling the gifts that he's given us. I didn't realize that what I do is a gift for a really long time. I thought, oh, it's fun and I get to play in glitter and whatever. I get to make people happy. But it was several years ago that he just really spoke to me and said, I care about your hot glue, right? Like I
Mhm.
care about
Yeah.
sparkles. I care about all those little details that, I take pride in my work with. And so he had to really, show me that it is a gift and talent that I'm very
Yeah.
proud of today. I wouldn't have said that probably 7 or 8 years ago, but
Well, yes, I think that you're doing a terrific job and just that word of mouth. I mean, because your job is it's speaking for yourself and I think everyone that can see your work will be like, I want that. You know, I
Thank
want her
you.
to come and do my house. Because yes, it is a talent, and I think you're using it for the glory of God, no doubt about that. Let me just get into the chat. Let's check in with Cheryl is watching us from Idaho, and Marcus is watching us from the couch. And Marcus, I knew that he was sick, or he's a little sick, but I'm
Oh,
glad that he's feeling better. Yeah, he says he's almost back to regular condition by now. But thank you so much. So
good.
Marcus is one of our live streamers, a friend of a mastermind group, and his show comes on Thursday at 3 o'clock
Okay.
Central Time. So you guys want to check him out, except for
Yeah.
today. Um, yes. So and he's sending hugs and everything.
Oh,
And then we have the polls. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Great discussion. Thank you. Thank you. And everybody saying hi to the polls. Thank you for being here. So, um, taking back the conversation. So, what other tips can you give somebody that is thinking about starting a new venture? That, well, we talk about not qualifying your gifts and talents
mhm.
to do that, right? Like the
Right.
confidence, and you're just seeing now, because I think that's also your obedience. God is blessing your obedience, because probably you held back on that, and now that you're like, okay, Lord, I'm gonna do this, and you see the blessings of it, right?
Right.
um but as an entrepreneur, tell me how, any other tips that you have for somebody that's just starting, like, I don't know
Yeah.
about.
Well, I can tell you what helped me is, I mean, first of all, pray, right? Like that will
Mhm.
always be my answer is, and we don't know what that looks like. Like maybe you pray for a week, maybe you pray for a year, maybe you,
Mhm.
I don't know, but pray for sure. Write things down. I know people, it's cliche to say the whole vision board and journaling and all of that,
Yeah.
but yes, write it down, claim it, speak it out loud. What I did is how I said earlier, I was not comfortable with the business side. I don't, it's not fun for me to just the whole technology. It's not fun to think of websites and just all the things, invoicing and taxes and all of that. And so I reached out to my contacts and I thought, okay, who do I know that does this well? Who can, you
Mhm.
know, can I text or who can I bring on board, maybe not on my team, but my Kristi Dawn team, right? Like
Right.
that is gonna that's gonna just encourage me and either they can help me or they know people that can help me. And so that has helped me a huge, like I have people I can reach out to for almost anything. And
Yeah.
so that I would say those three things are pretty much invaluable.
Yeah, I love that. Marcus says, I have fun with the technology. I know, friend, you're
Oh
trying all kinds of things.
gosh. No, that's my word. That's yeah. That's
Yeah.
a gift, Marcus. That's a gift. So claim it.
Right.
Use it.
Yeah. Yes, and I think that's so great that you mentioned that. It's so important, because I tried, doing this, my live streaming and my podcast, and I was like, I can do it myself, and then I also have the consultation business part of it. And I, like you, I'm like, the taxes, the all the admin part, will they suck the fun out of doing this? And I think it's really wise what you said. Just pull out your resources. You don't have to do this alone, and God will point you to a person that
Yeah.
will come alongside and help you. So, entrepreneurial, it doesn't mean you have to do it all alone, right?
Right. Right. You
Yeah.
just have to do that first step, right?
Yes.
You have to
Exactly.
align all that and be ready.
Yeah.
That's my fourth tip. Be ready, because what
Mm,
you think, maybe you've procrastinated or thought about it for 20 years, and you think it's going to be another 20 before it takes off.
yeah.
It could
Yeah.
be just one customer. It could be that one deal, that one, just be ready.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And Daniel Ham, if you still here in the stream, hear that, honey, because um, they're these boys are really talented, and they're young men that are looking forward to using their gifts and talents. And I know that he's been looking at starting a little business, and he's in the perfect age, right? Like to do this and start testing things and trust in the Lord that He will multiply in obedience, like the Paul says. It's a sin if you don't, in a way, right? So we just have to be obedient, and especially if the Holy Spirit is prompting you, it is from Him. You need to go and
Mm-hmm.
do it.
Yes.
So
And
yeah,
at any age, right? Like, yes, young and fun and all of that. But, I was in my late 40s. And so I just want to encourage anyone of any age, if you've had a passion or, a calling, whether it's entrepreneurship and business or nonprofit or any avenue, it does not matter your age. Like, just do it. God uses all of us at all stages of our life.
right, right. But wait a minute, you're not 25?
Yeah, thank you. Thank
You
you.
look like 25.
No, no, ma'am.
No, you're beautiful. But yes, so thank you so much. That has been such nuggets of wisdom that we've been getting from you. But I want to pick your brain a little bit too, and if you want to share
Sure.
a little bit about the nonprofit that you are part of and help, and tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
it.
So my daughter, it's actually my daughter founded, it's called Graced Ministry. And I'm very passionate about that. And it's been, a fun journey watching her. She got her calling at 7 years old. And so it's been hard to step back and let her run with that. But God has taught me so much through that. She will be 21 in a couple of months. And so it's been a legal nonprofit since 2015. And it's a ministry that just connects with our homeless friends on the streets. She doesn't, try to get them off the streets or change their ways. She just wants everybody to feel seen and valued. And so she has a team of ambassadors from age 5 to 25, and they go out and they pass out some grace packs, and they pray, and they just build relationships, really, with these people on the streets. And sometimes that leads to them getting off the street. Sometimes that leads to them asking Jesus into their heart. Like, everybody has a story. And so I'm just busy, helping her fulfill her mission. This has been her life since 7 years old, and she's a junior in college, and will continue, to do this probably for the rest of her life. And so it's a lot of work, but it's fun and rewarding. And it was not always my passion, but the Lord gave her to me. And so it is my passion now. And so it's just Graced Ministry, Graced. And she came to me when she was 7 with that name. And I said, I don't know if that's a name, Koedi. And she said, yes, it means loved by Him. So, so she basically uses pennies to help her homeless friends, because she feels like they're valued a lot of the same, right? Like, we don't value a penny like we value $100 bill. And a lot of people don't value a person on the streets holding a sign as they do someone, so she just, that's her thing, is she correlates them together. And so
And we need people like that. And actually, I'm just gonna throw it out there that she's gonna be here too,
Oh,
hopefully
good.
soon. Yeah. So
Okay, good.
yes, yes.
Yes,
So we can get a little extra encouragement and extra inspiration for her too,
yes,
and like mother, like daughter.
yes. And
So
she will throw me under the bus, I can assure you, because it took me a long time to believe a 7-year-old really had a mission, but I'm on board now. So
oh no, yeah, and she wrote a book.
she did write a book. She's currently
Yes.
working on her second children's books, but it's called
Wow.
Pennies from Heaven. And
Hmm.
it's her true story of hearing from the Lord and being called, and just her
Yeah.
obedience of, you know, all the
Yeah.
obstacles that she's had to overcome.
Yeah.
But very proud of her.
Yeah, we are too, and we are too because she went to the same school that my daughter goes, and it's Cypress Christian is a family, and we're very very proud of her and all the work that she's been doing,
Thank
and like I
you.
said,
Thank
just like you.
you.
Um, okay, Jack is gonna tell Daniel because he went to eat dinner.
Oh,
We appreciate you. So, you know, time flies when you're having fun. So at the end of my basic questions, I have a little basic game. So are you up for that?
oh, heck yeah.
All right. It's supposed
I'm
to
a
be
Texas
fun.
girl. We have fun.
Yes. Let me pull out my screen over here. Marcus, because Marcus is one of my regulars.
Okay.
And I just wanted to tell you, Marcus, that I changed the questions so that they're not the same every time. He's like, you're doing the same questions for your guest every time. So, no, I changed them a little bit. So, we're going to spin the wheel and it's going to tell us a quick question and you just answer the question. All
Okay.
right. So, here we go. And friends that are in the chat, if you want to play with us, leave your answers also in the chat. We want to know about you. So, what was your favorite childhood book?
Okay. I'm going with the Pokey Little Puppy. I think that's the name. I really don't even remember. But I think my mom read that to me so often that I could recite it word for word.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it, but then like
Yeah. It's a little golden book. Look it up.
okay,
He was always in trouble.
will do. I did the same thing for Emma. Like I read the same book all the time, like from 0 to 7 years old, and she can recite My Sister and I. That's the book for her. Um, all right, here comes the next one. Your best memory as a teenager.
Oh my goodness. My best memory as a teenager, I got to be a nanny. Um, I think I was about 15 years old, and I flew to California. And this would never happen probably this day and time, but I'd never met the family. I really didn't know
What?
who was picking me up. I knew their name. And yeah, I spent the summer in Santa Ana, California, being a nanny to two little boys, and it
Wow.
was amazing. So,
What an adventure. Yeah,
yes.
totally. It wouldn't happen now, but
No, I think I
wow.
would never. I think my mother was maybe not the greatest mother. So, no
Right.
cell phones,
Yeah.
no. But yeah, it
Right.
was a really fun
I
experience.
didn't even let my daughter go get the mail to the end of the street.
I know
But,
it's a crazy
oh
thought.
gosh. Okay. So the polls, that was one of my iconic kids books. I gifted babies in the
Oh,
family. Oh, that
did I get the name right?
I guess. Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Uh, oh, this is so sweet, Jack. Yes. Being friends with Daniel and Emma. That's
Oh.
best memory. That's awesome. Okay, here comes the next one. Where would you relocate if you were forced to leave the country? First of all, why would you be forced to leave the country? But
Oh, let's see. Oh my goodness, where would I? I say Oklahoma because I feel like it is not in our country. But
Well, we're in the great country
yeah,
of Texas.
let me
Right.
think. If I maybe probably Costa Rica. I've traveled quite a bit growing up throughout the years, and I just remember loving the people there, and the food was so fresh, and the weather. So yeah, I would have to say Costa Rica.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Do you speak Spanish?
I can understand it a little bit, but no, surprisingly, I had to take a lot of Spanish because I have a degree in English. And so,
Okay.
but it's just not the same, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not
Right.
it's the more proper,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
like English. We don't speak how we're taught.
Right. Yeah. Oh, Marcus, we would love for you to come to the
Yeah.
United States. Yes. He's on the other side of the world. Like 3 o'clock in the morning for him right now. Old Testament or New Testament?
Oh gosh, that's not fair.
Right?
I'm gonna go with new.
Okay.
I just feel like it's written more for me today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I would not want to choose, honestly.
Right. Yeah. That's a hard question.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do one more. And ooh, most embarrassing moment in middle school.
Okay. Most embarrassing moment in middle school. I am gonna go with I just gotten my permit. I think that's still middle school. My school was a little bitty school in Oklahoma, and middle school was still ninth grade. So I'm going to go with this memory. I had my permit. I was driving my grandma's truck in a near town, about 15 minutes away. And I went through a car wash, and I was so nervous, and I got it stuck. Don't ask me how, but I got off the rails, and it was traumatic, and I still don't drive through them. And we had to get out, and they had to stop the water, and the people had to come get the truck off it was awful. But
Oh my goodness. It
I
was
definitely have, yeah,
I can see the embarrassing moment, but it's also funny.
yeah.
Sorry.
Now it is. And I still to this day have not driven through a car wash.
Really?
No.
Yes, it scars you for life. Yeah. I'm making a U-turn, getting out of the what is that? The DMR
Yes.
office,
Uh-huh.
and I drove through the median, like I hit it, and I have just gotten my permit. I'm like, oh, did they see me?
I
They're
know,
gonna
you're
take it
like,
away right away within
exactly.
10 minutes.
For the
Yeah.
lights.
Right. Right. Oh my goodness. That was fun. I hope you had fun.
Yes. Thank you. That was fun.
Well, thank you so much again for being here. Friends, if you're watching the replay, let us know in the replay. You can get a hold of Kristi. This is her email, but all her links, she's on Facebook and on Instagram. You want to go see all the beautiful things she makes and take a number and wait for your turn. But she does amazing things, and we can tell that you are practicing a voda in a whole sense of the word. Thank you so much. Any last words, any tips, anything that you want to leave our friends with?
Really just pursue your passion. Like work can be fun, and you can use the tiniest thing to bless people. And God cares about all the little details.
Yes, he's in the details.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Thank you for having me.
no, thank you for doing this after a busy day, with the little ones at school.
Yes.
Yes, well, and hopefully we can get to do this again, or maybe I can bring you and Koedi at the same time. I don't know. We'll
Yes.
see.
Yeah.
But
Have her first, and then that might be very entertaining, both of us.
right, that would be great. I love that. All right. Well, thank you so much again. Thank you,
Yes.
friends on the stream. And thank you, Kristi. God bless y'all. And don't forget to love Jesus, obey Jesus, and tell everyone about him. I'll see you here next week with another guest, awesome guest. But don't forget to check out all the links on the notes to check out Kristi's stuff. All right.
Yes. Follow me.
Yes, follow her. And me too.
Yes.
All right. Bye bye. We'll see you soon.